Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist 812 forecast here, guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all enjoying your Friday evening or afternoon. And I actually am very excited because I actually have fall break this week, so I don't get to go to school until Thursday, so October 10th. So I have a very long time until school starts. So that means I can possibly be maybe double uploads on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which will be great. I don't know if you guys have fall break this early. This is actually a new thing. We don't usually have fall break until like near Thanksgiving and all that. But I'm actually kind of glad, so get the rest in. So if you guys are wondering what today's upload will be about, this will be another U.S. forecast, but we're going to be talking about something specific in the future. We could have a new U.S. Pattern that could bring in very widespread below average conditions, maybe even fall conditions for areas in the southeast and the south central that have seen nothing close to those conditions. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot when you support it. And I do post daily unless I'm very busy. Usually I always post, but unless something really important happens. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the videos, be sure to like the button, hit the like button. So without further ado, let's get in this video. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service right here for active alerts on what we're seeing today. So we actually do have some more air quality alerts out here for the areas of the Metro Atlanta, Georgia, or Metro Atlanta area in Georgia for the Cobb counties all the way to Hall County there. So we do have some air quality alerts. So if you're sensitive with asthma or any lung issues, I would not really recommend going outside. We also have that for the Houston area. We do have some flash flood warnings in effect for areas of Arkansas. We have been seeing again a lot of rain for those areas. We do have some more wind advisories in effect for the plains and the west. As again, we are seeing very windy conditions and have been seeing very windy conditions for the past couple of weeks there. It is moving east as we could have a major snowstorm that could actually affect maybe areas in northern Minnesota and North Dakota. So that's where we'll have possibly maybe some more blizzard conditions if possible. We do continue to see red flag warnings in effect for Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, and California. And this is really the main thing we'll be looking at. The advisories. We have a huge cold shot that is coming in the northeast. One of the first cold shots we've been seeing so far of the season of fall. We do have some frost advisories in effect from all the way from Maine to areas of Pennsylvania, and then also for another area of Michigan too. So again, we have a lot of frost advisories for many areas in the New England area, northeast area, and even the Midwest. And we do have freeze warnings in effect for areas of all the way from Maine, upstate New York, to northern Pennsylvania, all the way to Massachusetts, and also for Michigan. So yeah, we're really seeing some very cold conditions, and what we're going to be focusing on if these cold conditions become widespread. Of course, I'll be seeing above average for the next 6 to 10 days. But actually, something really weird, I'm actually going to be seeing very cold conditions by next week. I'm going to be seeing some 70s in the highs. Today was the last day so far that we're going to be seeing the 90s and 80s. So far, today's the last day we'll be getting this hot until May or June, which is kind of happy for me. Good for me, but again, you never know. We might have another heat front that might destroy my dreams. So we do have a little area right here in the East Coast that will be bringing some more above average temperatures, but it won't be incredibly warm. Won't really significantly feel it unless you're in the Orlando into Miami area. And that'll be coming all the way from Maine all the way to Louisiana. It's just that one little area, and then the rest is near average. And this is where we have that huge cold shot that we're going to be focusing on right here. It'll be coming in from the areas of British Columbia, pushing east. So we're actually going to be very cold conditions all the way from Washington, all the way to the south central there in the Mexico border, all the way up the Ozarks into the areas of the Midwest. And we're going to be seeing all the way in actually to the last layer, no, the second to last layer. That's how cold we'll be getting, very well below freezing or well below average, maybe seeing up to 17 degrees below average in areas in the Dakotas. We'll really be seeing the cold conditions out here in this third shade, or sorry, the fourth shade of color that comes through our Amarillo area through Minnesota there. So if you're inside this little circle area, you're definitely be seeing way below average temperatures. You never know, you might even see some warm winter conditions, maybe some 30s and maybe even some 20s, because again, we're still very cold out there in the west, and they're cold in general. And then We'll be seeing the coldest conditions out here through areas. I'm actually switched colors. That's how dark the blue is. We're actually seeing some very cold, the coldest conditions right here through the areas of South Dakota, North Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, and Nebraska. So that is where we've seen the coldest conditions. So if you're in there, you guys are surely lucky. We see the coldest conditions, maybe even the windiest conditions, maybe even some flurries in those areas for eastern Montana and North Dakota. And now we'll be looking at the 8 to 14 day outlook. And it's completely different compared to the 6 to 10 day outlook. It's actually a lot more different than that. So again, we have still above average temperatures for the New England area. Yeah, above average for the New England area, but very, very slightly below or above, maybe even a degree at most, maybe. Again, you won't really feel it that much. It's not that summer heat, really. No above average temperatures for the southeast. It starts to die down as the cool air will move a bit more eastward and southward, which will eventually push it out of the United States. And then we also have a little more growth of heat out here in the southwest, which maybe could be concerned if it becomes widespread and maybe it affects most of the United States. But again, we just have to wait and see as it gets bigger or not. We'll just see the warmest conditions out here for the Arizona area into Southwest. We won't be seeing it really that much above average, maybe only 4 to 5 degrees. Again, we are going to be seeing some cooler air though, but again, not as cold. Now we only go to the the second layer. So we went from the sixth layer to the third layer, which is actually a big difference in below average wise. So if you guys are hoping to get very, very cold conditions as it moves east, closer to Halloween, that looks like it might not happen if you're really looking at what we're seeing in the next 6 to 10 day outlook. So we've seen the very coldest conditions out here through the areas of the Ozarks, and that cold either maybe only 5 degrees below average. But that's what we're going to be looking at here on the temperature anomalies for the European and GFS model, see exactly what is to come for these next couple of days. So let's actually just wait for this GFS to start loading here. Hopefully it does not like refresh the whole thing because I already have it refreshed before. And yeah, so let's just wait until this works. Okay, it actually took a couple minutes to actually reload and all that. But here we are looking at October 7th, which is not too far from now. It's actually Monday. And again, we're seeing this warm air start to get pushed out by the cold air that is becoming a bit more widespread again for the areas of the southern plains, of course, for Oklahoma, Texas. You guys will be seeing below average temperatures. And that'll be continuing to keep this warmer air eastward. So again, all these areas in the areas of those 13 colony areas or the East Coast, you guys will definitely might have to wait a couple more days more to get this warm out. But as we get closer into October 9th, that's when we have a huge cold blast coming in from British Columbia. Like I said, that will move eastward. And again, we still have very warm air continuing to affect the western or the eastern United States, but this cold air will most likely kick it out, which is why we really wanted to kick it out. Because again, I'm just tired of this heat. We're seeing record conditions out here, 95 degrees today. It's incredibly hot. But yeah, we are seeing by October 11th a huge difference in temperatures. We're going to be seeing many areas all the way from Canada to Texas seeing up to more than 8 degrees below average. Again, we still have that warm air right in front of it that will, of course, have to go over me first. So I have to deal with that heat first. So yeah, that would just go over me in the areas of the east, which again will kind of bring a couple more days to actually wait for it to actually come in, this cold air. But I don't know why this thing's actually freezing on me. But again, this is actually October 11th, and let's actually see if this actually works. Okay, guys, I do apologize. Something's acting with my computer right now. I don't know why. It's certainly the Tropical Tidbits website is freezing on me. It's not my computer. It's just the website, I think. Okay, but by October 13th, it actually becomes very, very widespread for the east, which is what we need. Many areas in Kentucky all the way to New York, from Louisiana, we're going to be seeing blue, purple conditions, which is what we need in the east right now. I wish we can just get it already. We have to wait and wait and wait. By October 14th, we have a huge area of the eastern United States. We'll be seeing from 6 to 8 degrees below average, maybe even 12 degrees below average out there for the areas of Ohio. But this is, I know, all right, this is actually going to get better, though. We have a huge warm-up, and then look at this. completely huge cold front that will just affect the east. So we won't have to wait for it to travel all the way over here. It's just going to pop up out of nowhere. We're going to be seeing the deep south, seeing very cold conditions from Orlando through Houston all the way to the Syracuse area, seeing more than 8 degrees below average. So we were really have to get very excited for this. But again, hopefully it just doesn't trick us into getting very hot. So now we got to check out the European model, and then we'll be done with the video. For some reason, it always has to like reload on me or something like that. Don't like it when it does it. When it does that. Okay, by October 7th, again, here we have that first cold front that will come in, affect areas from Albuquerque, Amarillo, seeing around 10 degrees below average, which is kind of what you guys need out there in Texas. You actually need that, but it won't last too long. We'll have another warm front that hit those exact areas. But a couple days later, we have an even bigger cold front, which is a huge one that will bring in around 20 degrees below average for Wyoming, Nebraska, Dakotas, Montana, and their average is very cold, so that I wouldn't be surprised if we see even more harsh winter conditions. This cold front will affect many areas in Kansas, seeing 20 degrees below average, and they haven't seen that type of cold air in forever. And this is the big one that could affect the southeast. But again, the European is actually making me mad. It's actually going just north. So again, it will still below average, but not as cold. So again, we just have to wait. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and bye guys.